Hello everyone. Now we are going to see seam tightness. In the case of tight seam, abrasion resistance is higher than the loose seam. In case of tight seam, abrasion resistance is higher than the loose seam. The fabric which are pucker prone are frequently stitched under very light tension, although sometimes a seam grain is unavoidable. Higher the seam grain, the less will be the seam abrasion. Higher the seam grain, the less will be the seam abrasion resistance. Maybe the lower the seam grain, the higher will be the seam abrasion resistance. Fabric type, the type of fabric is also important in this regard because it can be coated or densely woven fabric will not permit the sewing thread to beat down and thus increase the susceptibility to the surface abrasion. Type of abrasion resistance fabric. Some fabrics resist abrasion resistance and some are not resist this abrasion. So a good example or a high quality fabric pressurized abrasion resistance is nylon and polyester are a good fabrics, a good quality fabrics to resist this abrasion. Nylon, known for its strength and durability. Nylon is a popular choice for active wear, backpacks, and luggage due to its excellent abrasion resistance. Polyester is another synthetic fiber offering high abrasion resistance, and this polyester is commonly used in upholstery fabric, workwear, and outdoor gear uses this polyester fabric. So these two fabrics has a high abrasion resistance. How to improve abrasion resistance in fabric? Improving fabric abrasion resistance involves several steps. Blend fiber, coating and trimming, fabric construction. These are to improving fabric abrasion resistance. Blending fiber, combining fiber like nylon and polyester can enhance the abrasion resistance. Blending, that means combining two fibers like nylon and polyester. These are blending fibers. So these two fibers blend together and produce fabric. They have a high abrasion resistance. Coating and treatment. Applying surface treatment or coating can provide protective layers that minimize wear. Fabric construction, tighter weave and higher densities in fabric construction can improve resistance. Maybe the time of fabric construction, tighter weaves and higher densities of in this fabric construction can be improved abrasion resistance. Seam elasticity. Seam elasticity means the elasticity and the behavior of seam under tensile stress in lengthwise direction. It is primarily determined by the thread received in the seam. The thread receive reference to the amount of thread worked into seam. It is determined by the type of thread as well as the type of stitch. Seam elasticity, which can be a lengthwise direction of behavior of seam. So this is determined by thread reserve of seam and also the amount of thread worked into the seam, and also determines the type of thread as well as the type of stitch. Seam elasticity should be equal to or higher than fabric elasticity. Otherwise, the seam may be opened by breaking of sewing thread in seam. Seam elasticity should be equal or higher than that of fabric elasticity. Otherwise, easily open and easily break off soon thread seam. Some fabrics or garment may be stretched by 100% or more. Elasticity varies if the fabric is knitted or woven. If the fabric is knitted, uh, knitted fabrics have a high elasticity, or woven fabrics are low elasticity. So when you are comparing these two, you should have to, or the operator or the sewer should be select appropriate thread for the knitted or the woven fabric. Not the only thread, should select appropriate seam. Today, elastic seams are important for many applications, which include undergarment, sportwear, swimwear, and diving suits are using this elastic seam type because it is easily applicable for sportswear, swimwear, and diving suits, and also undergarments are using this type of seam or elastic seam type. Easily stretchable. Seam performance depend upon seam stretch. If the percentage elongation at breaking of thread is less, the amount of the seam can stretch before it breaks will also be less. This in turn affects seam appearance. Hence, it is better to have thread with optimal elongation properties to obtain good seam performance. Seam appearance, it can be dependent upon seam stretch. The percentage of the elongation of the break of the thread is less. The amount of the seam can be stretched before it breaks. Choose the right seam for your garment. Select the appropriate seam type is crucial for the garment's success. Consider the following factors when choosing seam: fabric type and garment use. The sewer should consider when selecting the seam. First, which type of fabric should be sewn, or what type of garment use. So better to consider these important points. Fabric type: lightweight fabric work well with French seam, while heavy fabrics like denim are best with flat filled seam. If the fabric is lightweight, better to work with a French seam. Maybe the fabric is heavy or like a denim, best to use a flat filled seam. A garment use: choose durable seam like flat filled or a high stress areas or delicate seams like hong for decorative finish. So these are the points to consider when selecting seam. Common seam quality defects. Common seam quality defects: skip stitch, seam slippage, puckering, seam grain, unbalanced stitch, uneven or stitch per inch. These are common seam quality defects. Some quality defects. You'll see skip stitch or broken or drop stitch. This stitch length is inconsistent, possibly appearing as double the normal stitch length, or where you can see that the thread in the stitch are not properly connected together. These stitch are not connected together. You will see the picture. This is a skip stitch. So the stitch doesn't connect together. There is something wrong here. Around this, you see this one. This is skip stitch. The stitch doesn't connect it together. There is some broken here. Another type of seam quality defects: seam slippage. This seam slippage, where the yarn in the fabric pull out the seam from the edge. This often occurs on the fabric constructed of continuous filament yarns that are very smooth and have a slink surface, also caused by loosely constructed fabrics. This seam slippage occurs based on the type of fabric. You see this, the yellow circle as seam slippage. This the edge of the fabric already loose. So this happen about fabric construction of the continuous filament yarn. Maybe the fabric is very smooth and sleek surface, so this seam slippage already occurred. Seam slippage, fabric related issue. It is a fabric related issue. Fabric are with low number of warp and weft yarn. The fabric on either side of the seam distort as the yarn or the fabric yarn slide away, resulting in the permanent gap. If there is seam slippage in our garment, there is a corrective action. The corrective action is increase seam allowance. The sewer should be increase seam allowance if the fabric somewhat it happens for seam slippage. Better to increase seam allowance. Use a high stitch density and operation for lap filled seam. Better to select with a lapped seam is better to finish this seam slippage defects. Another type of seam defect, seam puckering. Undesirable uneven surface or gathering of fabric on garment. So under this seam puckering, there is tension puckering, feed puckering, shrinkage puckering, inherent puckering, and fabric sludging. These are seam puckering type. So seam puckering, you'll see this yellow part of the circle part. There is gathering, there is seam, but it seems like gathering, and you'll see this one. There is something wrong in here. So this is a seam puckering defect. In seam puckering, there is tension puckering caused by high thread tension during sewing. Maybe if there is the sewing time, if there is a thread tension, maybe the upper thread or the lower thread. So at that time, there is tension puckering. There is no equal tension as the upper and the lower thread. So this tension puckering already occur. More pronounced when synthetic threads are used. This thread, on account of high stretch properties, or elongates more during sewing. After sewing, the thread recover from the stretch state, pulling the fabric with it. Maybe at the time of high thread tension, this tension puckering already occur, especially if the threads on the account of high stretch properties or elongated. At that time, it can be creates this type of seam defect. Another seam puckering type, feed pucker, encountered when sewing very fine fabrics. The planes of fabric tends to slip over each other, resulting in the uneven feeding or leading to the pucker. You'll see this figure, feed puckering. It can be occurred between the pressure foot, feed dog, and throat plate. These are the three parts of the sewing machine. Parts are used for feeding mechanism. So if the feeding is not correctly fed through this pressure foot, feed dog, and throat plate, this feed puckering already happen, or if this type of seam defects can be created. The corrective action of this feed puckering, operating for advanced type of feed system like compound or Asian feed, better to correctly feed the fabric. Polar feed is more cost effective. So this one is corrective action to feed correctively with advanced feeding system. So in this way, the operator or the sewer should be prevent or takes the corrective action to prevent the feeding or feed puckering. Another is shrinkage puckering. Shrinkage puckering, wash pucker during this happens during the washing time. During the washing process, the thread in the seam shrinks or peeling the fabric with it. Ironing pucker normally happens when synthetic threads are used. The heat destabilizes the molecular structure of the thread, causing it to contract. The corrective action of this is choose the thread with low shrinkage properties. Maybe at the time of washing or the time of ironing, this swing thread is more synthetic. They can be or it can be shrink in case of washing or in case of heat. So better to choose appropriate swing thread or choose a thread with low shrinkage properties. You will see this picture. This picture. So this one is shrinkage puckering. You will see. Another one is inherent puckering. Normally, this thin when seeing densely woven materials. This occur because the needle fibrosely displace the warp and the weft end of the dense weave to significant extent. These displayed ends are pushed upward to the surface of the fabric and appear as pucker. You see this picture. This is not so correct stitch. This one is happen maybe the swing dense woven material, especially the woven material. So better to use appropriate needle. Otherwise, it can be break or push the thread, the warp and the weft of then this inherent puckering also creates. Another one is fabric flagging. Fabric flagging related to that machine case. The throat plates rupture or enlarged due to the wear and the tear. While sewing, the needle push the fabric through the aperture before penetrating the fabric. This can also happen when the needle size or thickness is changed and if the throat plate is not changed accordingly. The corrective action of this fabric flagging, throat plate must be changed at regular intervals after checking for wear and tear. Maybe if there is something wrong about this throat plate around the opening area, this opening area, you see this throat plate. This one is the opening, which is the needle inserts and brings the lower thread. So maybe there is something at the time of sewing. So this throat plate can be damaged. So better to change regularly this throat plate if there is tear and wear. The throat plate must be changed in accordance with the needle size, even if there is or there are no sign of wear and tear. This throat plate should be suitable for that of the sewing needle. Otherwise, it is not good to sew, because if the needle is more, the size is more big and small, better to check with throat plate, the needle size and the throat plate. A seam grain, when two pieces of fabric are peeled at the right angle to the seam, a gap is revealed between the two pieces of fabric, revealing the thread in this gap. The correction or the corrective action is increase stitching tension, use hair stitch rate. You will see this seam grain in the picture. This is not a correct seam type. So this one is a seam grain. This is a defect. The correction is increase the stitch tension and use high stitch rates. Use high stitch rate. Unbalanced or variable stitch. You'll see this one. This one is unbalanced. This is knots and is not equal. Here there is wrong way, and here there is unbalance or variable stitch. This is another type of seam defects. Uneven or stitch parent or variable stitch density. Poor fabric feeding control method, or which is the cause. So solution is increase pressure, foot pressure, and change to more positive feed mechanism. Maybe unbalance or stitch per inch or variable stitch density happen in case of poor fabric feed control. The solution is that increase pressure, foot pressure, and change to more positive feed mechanism. Overrun stitch. Overrun stitch is any stitch on a seam or hem that has overrun into the garment or into an area that is not supposed to be stitched. This is overrun stitch. Two stitches here, one here, another broken type is here. So this overrun stitch. So this is a common seam defect. Thank you for watching this video.